Yes, I want to ask you, um, you mentioned like there was a big difference or a distance usually between the hobbies we enjoy doing, our hobbies and our actual work, our actual job. And I think most of us enjoy doing certain hobbies. The thing is, of course, that those hobbies are not, are not profitable. So it's like, I don't know if that's enough. That can provide us enough guidance to know where to go with ourselves. Yes, I'm wondering if you, for example, in your own transition, you enjoyed, of course, providing coaching, or I don't know, like any activities related to coaching, and from there you got to you who you became later. But how, I mean, yes, I wonder how can we go from one hobby to a new actual job that um, provide us with what we need.
Sure. Okay, so Eloisa, if you wouldn't mind, would you just unmute? I want to kind of walk this through with you. So what would you say your hobby is?
Well, I like reading. I like reading news. I like art in general, music, fashion, many things related to art.
Yeah.
I like people.
So all things considered, you like art, you like being creative. So then what you would do in this space is you would figure out, how do I leverage that? What organizations or businesses would give me the space to tap into my unique creativity, maybe not as an artist, but maybe as a supporting role, where you may be a director or an assistant or something like that, because now I'm in the wheelhouse. Now I'm playing in the playground, and I get to go in and do things that are going to feed my creative sense, my creative space. What I find, and the reason that I mention that is because I often see people that they say, I love art, I love creating. And I go, great, what do you do for a living? And they say, well, I'm an accountant. And I say, okay. And so talk me through that, right? And they say, well, I'm really good at numbers. I'm really good at math. I like that, but this fuels me. And I say, well, how can you make both of those things play together? And that's the part we never really consider. We don't consider the parts of our hobbies that light us up, that make us shine, that we could leverage some of those things within an organization. It's not meaning to say that you have to go out and become an artist or a freelancer, but how can you utilize and play in that wheelhouse in terms of your business, in terms of where you go out and you get in a career? They can be intermingled. You could do both. Does that clarify?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, I like what you brought up there, is that you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a direct relationship. The supporting role is you can be participating in art by the local I know the local art association or something like that, helping them out to to fulfill their, that they could be the one sponsoring artists and things like that, and you're the one making that happen, something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's like, well, I'm not going to get, I like gardening. It's like, I'm not going to get a job as a gardener. But like you say, it's like, it could be some sort of, some other supporting role that, run a store that provides the tools and stuff the gardeners need, or something like that,
Absolutely. And that's what it's about, right? We're multifaceted. But I think somehow when we think career structure, we silo ourselves in thinking we can it's got to look this way. It's got to be simple. Instead of allowing our complexities, we're complex individuals. Let's allow those complexities to work in our favor and really create something. And this creates the intention. So now when I'm out, if I'm in the job market, let me look at organizations that might foster and tap into some of those creative tastes and tendencies that I have to do this world.
Right.
And now I'm excited. And it's beyond the the dating period of what 2 to 3 months when you first start an organization. You're like, this is great, until you really get settled in and you're like, what did I do? Right. This allows you to elongate that process and really feel like you're a part of the culture, really feel like you're a part of the mission and the values of the organization. And now there's a partnership.
And this whole discussion is making you're making a very good case for you need a coach, because we through our 20-30 years of experience, we've formed a box that's this big. And the coach is able to show you, no, the box is quite a bit bigger than that, and you don't even have to stay in the box. So that's what we need, some others to give us input in, to say, hey, look around the corners, you're missing something.
Yes. We call it mirrors, right? We hold up just the mirrors to see things that you can't necessarily see. It's nearly impossible to look at the picture while you're in the picture painting it. You can't do that. And so that's the value of the partnership. And it very well could be coaching, but it could also be mentorship.
Right.
I love the idea of finding someone who is already doing the thing that I love to do. I soak up those people like sponges because they're living the life. And now I get to just be a student. I get to sit still and listen and engage them. And they love it. They absolutely love it. I haven't run into a mentor yet that's like, oh, you're bothering me. I don't want to be bothered today. No, it's their opportunity to feel like they're making a difference.